guys, I'm Layla. Welcome to Raidlore Stories. So today I'm really excited to be able to share the story for Stag Knight. Now, he did have an original lore story, way back in the day that kind of links along with like Sir Nicholas and some of the other champs that are in the game. So I'm curious what Raid has done for a newer, more recent lore story for him. So let's check it out right now. The Stag Knight's origins lie during the rule of King Guren of Karak. This near-mythical figure was originally King Garen's younger brother, Forthwin, who grew up with all the privileges of his station and fully enjoyed them. He jousted, feasted, and gambled, but most of all, he loved to hunt with his rich young companions. At his coming-of-age tournament, he skewered a great white hart, and during the celebrations adopted as part of his heraldry, as well as adding the ends of its antlers to his helm. From that day onward, he was known as the Stag Knight. Forthwin could not have guessed then that his days of excess were drawing to a close. Garen's rule was brutal and repressive, and the people of Karak, as well as some of the nobility, were contemplating resistance. When Garen ordered a new tax be raised to pay for his next birthday feast, there was an uprising, one which included Garen's own uncle, Norchard. Despite knowing little of the hardships of life beyond the court or the cruelty of his older brother, Forthwin took up his sword to defend the crown. He fought well against the rebels, leading his cohort of knights to victory on the right flank of Garen's host at the Battle of Felwich. The rebellion collapsed, and Forthwin successfully hunted down Norchard and dozens of his followers and brought them to his brother's capital. Garen had declared that those surviving rebels who surrendered would receive a clemency. However, when any prisoners were brought before him, he refused to pardon them. He ordered not only their execution, but their torture beforehand, drawing out the agonies of several hundred captives over a period of weeks. Forthwin, who had not truly appreciated his older brother's nature, was sickened by the excessive violence. Eventually, only one rebel, Norchard, remained. By Gern's decree, all of the nobility were forced to attend his execution, lest they be added to the death tally. Unable to restrain himself any longer, Forthwin pleaded for Norchard publicly. Surely Garen had killed enough. Forthwin had misjudged his brother one last time. Rather than relent or even pause, Garen flew into a rage. The Stag Knight was cast into the dungeons, where he began to appreciate just how badly he had wasted his youth in frivolous pursuits, while the kingdom had suffered under his brother's rule. He prayed to Lumea for forgiveness for how blind he had been, and prepared to meet his fate. That night, Forthwin awoke not to the rough grasp of the jailer, but to an unearthly presence. An armored woman, stern-featured and radiating with brilliant luminescence, had appeared in his cell. She claimed she was the Arbiter, the legendary divine lieutenant of Lumea herself. She had observed Forthwin and understood his genuine desire to make amends for the sins of his brother, as well as his own past successes. Forthwin fell to his knees and made an oath to do the will of Lumea. The Arbiter temporarily blinded the dungeon guards with her brilliance and helped the Stag Knight to escape and retrieve his war gear. He then went to Garen's chambers and entered, none moving to stop him, for the glory of Lumea was upon him. What words passed between the two brothers are unknown, but at the end of their meeting, the king lay slain. The Stag Knight rode away as dawn broke, spurning his inheritance and even his name. He passed over into legend, a warrior of righteous vengeance, who, some believe, continues to watch over Karak and will intercede in Lumea's name if ever again a corrupt king again arises and claims the throne. Okay. So there are some similarities to this story as there was in the original. The original, basically, he was betrayed by his brother as well, too. Very, very similar in that respect. But like I said, so they kind of keep the Arbiter in there. She was in the original story as well, too. But this one kind of didn't really link the other champs as well. I'm curious if maybe they will do that eventually. Hey, Crab, thank you so much. Happy Friday Eve, 28 months. Thank you. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the story for Stag Knight. Drop some comments down below what you think, and thanks for watching.